It's Joey Moss, Bad Boy Gaming, and there's a lot to talk about in this video. We got Kaladesh, we got all the bannings, we have all the prices of so many cards. Plus, we also have card specs where these cards may go up in price. And wow, there are also some cards you are probably unaware of that have jumped in price. Now, this is from 3 months ago, this article right here. Magic the Gathering One Ring is dropping in price as fans fear ban. That is correct. There's no insider crazy trading, nothing like that going on, you know. It's just people anticipate a ban because look what happened to our friend Jewel Lotus and Dockside Extortionist and Nadu and, you know, whatever else. Look what happened over there. Right? Not a good thing. You go over to Reddit, you know, anyone notice the One Ring has dropped in price? We all sure did, Billy. And it's because when something's too powerful, which the One Ring is definitely too powerful, you're bound to see that card get banned eventually. But then that also brings into question, why, oh why, Wizards knowingly prints cards like this? You gotta be testing these kind of cards out, right? They don't care. Let's call a spade a spade. They're a business and they want to make money. So if they print a powerful card, they're going to sell a lot of boxes. And guess what? It's exactly what the One Ring did. It sold a lot of boxes and made them a lot of money. So wow, this is a 3 month right here from 85 all the way down now to where it's at 46 bucks. So I mean, people definitely anticipated it plummeting. Here's a Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth version. That's the foil price you see there. Normal, $54.48. This one seems to have actually gone up. Interesting stuff we have here. You know, remember, the One Ring is still playable in other formats, just banned in Modern. Mark Rosewater said the One Ring card was polarizing. Yeah, the most played deck in Modern is Boros Energy. The One Ring, its presence basically just put that deck over the top. And in my opinion, I believe Modern's just going to be more enjoyable to play with the One Ring out of the picture. Look at these plummets, man, from 205 down to 185. So I would assume that's going to continue to, you know, drop. But, I mean, the One Ring's legal in many other formats. These posters, man, what's going to happen with the poster cards? They think we're stupid, okay? Like, I mean, Wizards thinks we're stupid at this point. Look what happened with Jewel Lotus. #1 card. When it was Commander Legends, that's the reason people were buying boxes. Ban! 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 Did we learn nothing? No, we didn't learn anything. We're like, oh, Lord of the Rings. The name Lord of the Rings has ring in it. The One Ring. It's banned. The card that makes up the entire band in Modern, it's just Modern though. I mean, there's other formats, guys. It's not the end of the world. Here's the collector boxes. Man, Rudy, you are a trip. Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Special Edition. What is going on? I mean, the price continues to go up. That's because Rudy has a lot of the supply. And there's just not a lot of this out there anyway, you know? They were only able to print so many boxes, and there's not additional print runs because there's serial numbered cards inside the boxes, numbered to 100. You can't just go printing out more of that without altering the serial numbered card pools. It's just, you can't do that. Now, if they were to do another wave, they could do another print run of that, but they have to not include any of the serial numbered cards, which would completely alter the entire product. Here's Amped Raptor over here. He got the ban hammer as well. They were trying to like weaken Boros, but without crippling it, I guess. So they took out Amped Raptor, and as you see, that does have an impact. People dumped their cards because they anticipated a banning of this card as well. It was at 65 cents 3 months ago, and now it's down to 18 pennies. That's right, Penny Dreadful. That's a format. Amped Raptor, the Ripple Foil. It's having a rippling effect. Take a look at that dip. Then we go over to Jegantha. Again, trying to weaken without crippling the deck completely. Jegantha as well got the old ban hammer in Modern. And also Pioneer, if I'm not mistaken, as well as Explorer format. So just taking a little look, see, I mean, the price was really never worth a whole lot to begin with. And these companion cards, I think that was one of the biggest mistakes WotC ever made. They should have nerfed them from the get-go. There should have been more playtesting done. Yada, yada, yada. I can go on a rant about it all day, but does anyone care? No, not really. Remember, when they print a really expensive collector box or a really expensive set like Commander Legends again, and call it something different, repackage it, and throw in a really high dollar expensive card like they did with Lord of the Rings, let's not be stupid this time. Maybe just boycott it, you know? Hyping up the product and then selling all those freaking boxes, man, just to go and ban it. You know, I mean, there were some worse bans. I think the Jeweled Lotus was like the crown jewel. No pun intended. The crown jewel of bans, because it's only legal in the one format, and you banned it in the only format it's illegal in. Like, come on. There's like power levels or something, whatever have you. This is not really going to move much. That's the serial numbered version. Then we're over to Psychic Frog. What happened with Psychic Frog? Banned in Legacy to open up the door for some diversity, you know, without like completely nuking the archetype. That's more or less what you got there. Again, actually, it was kind of expensive. It was up to $14. Look at this. So many people, like when a card is just dominating a format, you know, the win rates are really high. You see this trend more times than not. People like get scared and they start dumping. It's the right thing to do because that is some big losses there. If you bought into this card, $19, here's the retro frame, $19, you're looking at $9 right now. Still legal in other formats. It's not like it's, you know, banned across the board. So do keep that in mind. And here is the final version of Psychic Frog. Here is Vexing Bauble. What happened with Vexing Bauble? Why'd you get banned? Oh, just high win rates. Let's talk about some unbans. We just pulled this sucker. I think it was it this exact version? No, 2015 version we cracked. Mox Opal has jumped crazily. Look at this spike. Oh my goodness. When I priced it, it was about $88. I think it was like $87 in the video or something like that. Zoom to the moon. It's like XRP. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Here's another one, Mox Opal Scars of Mirrodin. I remember pulling the OG version of this. I don't think I ever cracked a foil one, but man, that foil, $166 price. Get a load of that jump, Billy. There it was, sitting, minding its own business, around $80, dipping a little bit. Oh, nervous. People started selling off. Would have been a good time to buy right in there at the $74 range. Whammy! Way up to $130. Impressive. Here's the one that we cracked, which is pretty cool. This one hasn't moved a whole lot. Why? I don't know, but it says a recent sale is for $144. What is going on here? I don't know. This one's at $139 damage, but I guess maybe you just can't find any on the, what is happening? On the market for that cheap? Wow. Yeah, 69. Giggity. All right. Yeah, the chart just has not caught up here. So there's Mox Opal. Awesome. Congrats. Here's some more price history on that. Some more data. Yeah, 150 range, 160. I mean, it's going sky high. Where are they at now? Look at these prices. Near mint, $219. You want to get your hands on one of these puppies? $220, please. Bottom line. That's hype, man. Mox Opal. I thought we'd check out the Kaladesh invention. Speaking of Kaladesh, what the heck happened there? I'm not a mathematician, guys. You know, you got to give me time to think about these things. Mox Opal retro frame foil etch. Again, what do we see? What do they all have in common? When it gets unbanned, prices go sky high. Sky high. Green Sun Zenith. I think I sold some of these to patrons not too long ago. Oh my gosh. Golly. Yeah. I know I did some in the repacks a long time ago, and it was sitting around about $8, I think. Wow. That's a nice 4.5x multiplier on Green Sun's Zenith. Other versions going for similar. Just look at the chart. Would you just look at it? There's another version, Mirrodin Besiege. Mirrodin was such a cool set, man. Mirrodin Besiege and Scars of Mirrodin, those are just fun. We need we need more of that. We need more of that. Are we ever going back to Mirrodin? Do we go to Mirrodin? Oh, no, we did go back. Wasn't that the Aftermath or something? For Mirrodin. Stupid, corny things Magic comes up with. That's a whole nother video I want to make. I'll just say this. Kind of cheesy and soft Magic has come over the years. From what I've known it to be to what it is now. You know, back then, it was like witchcraft, you know? Now, it's like puppy dogs and kitty cats, you know? Like, they really have just gone soft on us. And I mean, I grew up with it being a tough, you know, cool, dark, sorcery, demons kind of game. To where now we have these furry, fluffy things, you know, jumping around in trees like Furbies or some shit. Faithless Looting, unbanned. Coincidence? Mystery Booster 2, reprint right before. It's like they knew they were going to ban it. They do know in advance. Look at that price drop. Whoosh. But there is the upswing, and it's a big one. It's going, it's going, it's gone. There is your white border. This is why I wanted it unbanned. So my endless supply of Faithless Looting Foil Etch Strixhaven Mystical Archive cards can go to like $10, where they rightfully belong. I have the playmat of this card. It is as atrocious as this artwork is right here. What, I don't know. Thoughts on that one? Good luck. What are your guys' thoughts on all this? Do you accept these bans? I mean, you don't have a choice. You have to accept them. Do you think they were all justified? The unbans and the bans? I kind of want to say yeah. I don't think there's a huge uproar this time around. I think people were a bit like aware more than like we weren't as stupid as we were with the Jeweled Lotus, thinking they wouldn't when they did, you know. I think we learned our lesson there. This is the one that spiked a crap ton, man. This doesn't even do it justice. It's above that. Yeah, it went from 60 pennies and it's climbing to the moon. Look at that. Near mint, it's going to be $6. Like the retro frame, it's like $8. This is not doing it. This chart's wrong altogether. Most recent sale, $10. Yeah, they're going up. Splinter Twin. Let's talk about Splinter Twin and also some cards that you might want to pick up. I'm not saying to go and pick them up, but you know, it's possible. It's just cards that synergize really well with it, known cards, you know. But there's also some newer cards that are out that it might strike your fancy as well. Holy crap, this one, sky high. Should have bought up all the Splinter Twins, you know. It was a matter of time before it was unbanned, and the reason being is because power creep. You know, that's really what it is. Power creep's a thing, guys. And eventually, all the busted cards are not as busted as they once seemed, you know. Here is the Rise of the Eldrazi version. Again, we're just seeing a lot of spikies. The list reprint, 1671. Sky high. Recent sale, $20. Look at that chart. It's through the moon. Low right now, $21.29 for the list reprint Splinter Twin. Pestermite, coincidence? This synergizes great with Splinter Twin. It's Foundation's Jumpstart. Weird. Goes great with this card. They just reprinted it in Foundations. Weird, man. Here's Deceiver Exarch. This is another one. Look at that price spike. It went up 5 cents. And it's going to go up more than that, though. Not a whole lot, though. But yeah, this is a card that, you know, we'll see play. There's like, I think 3 other versions of it. Reaper King's one to keep an eye on. Throwing it out there. Reaper King is one to keep an eye on. Take a look at that chart. Up, 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 and away, Mary Poppins. Into the sky you go. It was as low as about $3.42 at one point. And it's almost hitting 6 smackaroos. The foil version definitely goes for quite a bit more. That's the Shadowmoor. Here's the list reprint. And it really started going up. If you look at the chart here, around the time that people were panicking about the One Ring getting the axe and selling, where those were on the decline. So there was probably a lot of rumor and speculation, I'm sure, on the interwebs about there being an unbanning of Splinter Twin. And hence, hello, here we are. Good day, sir. Here's the secret layer drop version. I had this at one time. I mean, I hated that I had to sell some cards, you know, to pay some stuff. It's stupid, but I had to do what I had to do, unfortunately. Thornbite, weird. It was reprinted in Mystery Boosters white border not long ago. This is the very first reprint of Thornbite staff. And it's also limited. If I'm not mistaken, someone correct me if I'm wrong, it's limited, I believe, in Modern. Yeah, I believe so. But get a load of that chart, man. sky high, sky high. That is 79% increase. And then we have corridor monitor. I wouldn't go, emptying out the piggy bank on this one. I mean, again, you could, but it's really not going to go up a whole lot. This is the kind of card that gets reprinted a lot, but it just synergizes well with Splinter Twin. Same with Combat Celebrante, which was oddly enough reprinted in Foundations. What? Why? Wait a minute. No, I thought Corridor was reprinted too recently. Maybe not. But yeah, so there is the chart on this one, which has gone down with the reprint. It might be a good time to swing on in and pick it up, but it looks like some people already are hip. If you want to get one cheap as right now, I mean, you have to pay like $1.50 because that's 48 cents is deceiving because there is shipping tacked onto that. Market price 57 cents. Here's Port Razor goes great also. A whole lot of combinations, man. It is at one of its all-time lows, actually. Nope, it's been lower. Sorry. Yeah, I had a feeling. Look at that. What a crazy ride this fellow's been on. He's got to be seasick, He's got to be chart sick. He's going up and down, up and down. Got this special guest reprint not too long ago. Interesting. Here's Zealous Conscripts. Got printed in Foundations. Interesting. It is, though. It really, really is. Considering all these cards synergize well with Splinter Twin. It's just very, very interesting, that they all got the reprint not too long ago. Arena of Glory has not gotten the reprint, but I do expect this one to get a reprint rather soon. I'd say this year you're going to see Arena of Glory get the old reprint, and it's an MH3 sitting at about $9. The non-foil is worth more than the foil. You know why? Because no one likes a bad Prangle. Here's Spyglass Siren. You may not be aware. This card has jumped up 300% as of recent. And why, you ask, has this card gone up that much? Simply because it is a very playable card. That's about it. It does what it's supposed to, and it works well. So yes, it has gone up 300%. This chart is just, in 1 month, jumped about 50 cents, 75. But look at that 3 month. From 30, you could have picked these up at 33 pennies, 26 cents. And now we are all the way up to the 219 mark. Not too bad. Here's another version. Here's the promo pack. You guys know I love these promo pack versions. This one's just going up and up and up. And the cheapest you can get near mint, about almost $4. Okay. We are on to Kato. Kato. I thought it was going to be the other Kato, the 3-drop Kato, that was going to get, the crazy pump, and it was going to be a bit more flat. And I failed. I was wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. So I was wrong. Whoa, boy. Whee! Anyone buying at the $8 mark? Not too bad, considering it's now going for $24 for the non-foil. Pretty cool. Here's another version of Kato, sitting comfortably, again, sky high, dipped all the way to $10, and now sitting at $26. Pretty exciting stuff with Kato. Here's his most expensive, the textured foil version. Very, very nice. Very nice. Wow. Did anyone get up in that little dip there? Yeah, I remember when it was at that. We pulled one, and I was like, oh, it's not worth as much as I thought it was. I was kind of shocked. I thought it was like a $100 card. But now sitting at $66.34. Textured foil, only one version of it. What the heck's going on with Kaladesh, guys? Got to hear your thoughts on this whole Kaladesh thing. And the prices are just ludicrous going up, man. Oh, my goodness. Get a load of that. Shroop. That one went up quite a bit there. 77 bucks up to over $100 for a gift box and promos. Pretty nuts. Here is a sealed box that doubled in price. Could have picked these up for $3.50. Market's now at $7.19. The low on here is $6.35. That's Japanese, and there's German up here as well. Wow. Unbelievable, man. How many pallets has Rudy Boy got? Rudy, I'm coming over. I'm borrowing a pallet. What's that to say now about all these masterpieces? Are these all going to be like just whoop? I mean, it's like the second reserve list. I mean, I don't think they're going to reprint it. They're not reprinting any of these like this, right? And this foiling and this type. I don't think they're ever doing that again. These masterpieces were brilliant. In my opinion, This series was the nicest foiling, the nicest look, the most appeal of any of these really fancy, fracture foils or I don't know, special guest stuff or whatever, anything that they've been trying to push. The expeditions, just the textured foils, out of all of them, these, if you've ever held one in your hand and looked at it up close, you know what I'm talking about. These look amazing, man. They really, really are. They are incredible. Kaladesh toolkit. Who the hell's going to pay that much for the toolkit? You are a tool if you're paying that much for a toolkit. Okay, moving along. Kaladesh booster pack. Yep, it has also gone up significantly. $11 to about 20, almost. It's $19 right now. Not worth it. Not worth it. I like that though. It's kind of cool. But I mean, I cracked open a lot of these. I think it averaged, what was it, 2 or 2.5 to a case? Case is 6 boxes. It wasn't too bad. It's pretty cool, man. Don't go buying a loose pack of Kaladesh. That is the easiest thing in the world to weigh. Those weigh different than the other foils if you're breaking it down into really, really tiny weights. You're gonna go bust. You're gonna lose your marbles, lose your sack, lose your wallet in the process of trying to find it. The best route to take with trying to find the masterpiece or expeditions from those types of sets is to buy a sealed case. A sealed case. I'm not even kidding with you. A sealed case. So right now you're looking at, what was that, like $3,500, probably $4,000. No, probably, prices went up. About $5,000. You're looking at close to $5,000, if not $5,000. Yeah, this card's gone up a bunch too. A nice uptick, a nice swing. This is a special guest card. This one has been on the old pendulum. You want to say it's had a big spike recently? Take a look at its past. That's all you need to do. Let's keep this one trucking along. It's Collector's Cage. Again, these are just cards seeing a bit of play in Standard that jumped around. This is an interesting mark right here. So yeah, there was a lot of a hype. I remember it was $20 at start. Dropped all the way down to about $6, man. Shot way back up. $30 and then crept back down, and now it is relaxed and hanging out on a nice uptick. Pretty neat to see that chart. Mockingbird, that's correct. Mockingbird, beautiful, beautiful card, very playable. Again, just seeing a lot of play in Standard. Had a lot more hype around it. I called this one. I remember talking crap saying this card's gonna drop to like $2. Was I right? Did it go $2? It dropped to $3. I think I said $2. Yeah, I mean, this one just boom. And now it's starting to come back a little bit. We're sitting at $5 for the Mockingbird Balloon Burrow. And it's probably going to go up a little bit more. Not a whole lot. Urabrask, over time, over a year's period. I mean, this thing's done some crazy stuff. Did a couple little front flips here and back flips on this mountain. And then came back to reality. And now it's just kind of chilling out, But from a $3 card, at one point, $1.87. Now we're sitting at about $7. That's pretty nice gains there. But it's seen brighter days. Arclight Phoenix retro frame version. Basically just the retro frame version. It's going up. But is it really? Nah. It's just kind of rebounding from, all-time highs. And it's probably not going to get there anytime soon. But there is some more hype around, because certain cards were banned and all that. And other cards are coming out and yada, yada, yada. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. This was a little bit longer one, but yeah, if you want to give me your input on these bands and also any card predictions that you have, let me hear your specs. What cards do you think may go up in value? Are there any cards you went out and bought a playset of once you heard about these bands? This is some cool talk. Let's keep the community in Bad Boy Gaming. Making each other money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you guys know something, tell some other people. If you got some insight, throw it out there. Maybe it'll flop. Maybe it'll go sky high. You never know. Skadoosh. Drop a like.